Oh shit. Okay guys, welcome to the villa. We're in Bali. We're on day 28 of semen retention. What does that mean right now? That means that I have spent the last 28 days with no access to pornography, no access to masturbation, no access to sex, and stopping myself from getting involved in the worldly pleasures of sex and self-pleasure. So some of the things that have actually come up for me over the last few weeks in general are a flat line where I felt nothing. I felt asexual. I felt disgusted by the amount of sexual provocation that there is out there, the amount of things that are sexual and sexually orientated towards marketing to try and get you to buy stuff through sex, or your lack of sex to get you to get this, to buy this, because this means you'll get sex. And the amount of people out there, especially where I'm at now in Bali, where everyone is highly sexual. And I've been feeling that sexual energy deep inside. I've been feeling it in my body. It's been making its way around my body, feeling all these sexual urges to want to do things, but also I'm trying not to suppress it. I'm trying to still feel it, because if I suppress it, it causes other problems within me. So one thing that I have noticed, I'm going to write these down on the board, that has happened since I've been doing this, is female interactions are a lot smoother. And what do I mean by that? By smoother? It means I have no intention. I didn't have any intention anyway because I have a girlfriend. But on top of that, she is involved in this. The interactions I'm having with my girlfriend are, I no longer am needing to have sex from her. And I no longer need to have the validation of sex from other women, or the thought that I might feel worthy or somebody if a woman wants to have sex with me, even though I have a girlfriend. It doesn't matter. I'm a man. We have masculine urges. These are the things. So I'm letting go. I'm not trying to control it. I'm letting go of that urge to want to have sex. And it doesn't mean I don't want it. It just means I don't need it. And I am able to let go of that need. Number 2, male interactions. Respect. So when I did this before, in the past, I had a lot of great interactions with dudes, which had more respect. I was able to hold my masculine ground. I was able to show up as a more grounded authority figure, because I wasn't like thirsting or chasing or feeling as if I was inadequate because I wasn't getting any. Now it doesn't matter. I'm not getting any at the moment. That's fine. That's not the be-all and end-all of the world. And if you notice, that's what I mean. Back to the first thing, is that you literally have less need for sex and the sexualization of everything. You'll notice that everything is geared towards sex. Like, you are not a worthy man if you don't have sex. Blah, blah, blah. But then you look at all these amazing people over the years that have created what the world that we live in today. Tesla died a virgin. So, male respect. I get more respect from men, which means I have better friendships. I no longer have to go find men's groups. I no longer have to go and be in part of communities where people try and sell me shit, because I'm able to make good friends, because I show up grounded, masculine, not thirsting after women. Next thing, my voice. My voice has lowered. It's more grounded and in the body. I mean, I am a voice coach. I do have a good voice, and I do have this anyway, but it's amplified now by the fact that the energy that I have is now in the body, more relaxed, more free, more open, more able to play, because I'm not doing anything to try and get the validation of women. I'm not doing anything to try and get the validation of sex. A lot of men are scared to be themselves because they've been told that if they are themselves, that's going to scare women away. And what does that mean? If you scare women away, you don't get sex. So men are obsessed with this need to have sex. Right now, I've got rid of that need which has allowed me to have more fun, more play, more grounded, more open, more free, make better friends. And on top of that, not just male friends, female friends. And don't get me wrong, I'm not some nerd who doesn't understand choosing signals and the way women are. I am very much aware that a lot of women have been trying to pay attention to me, trying to get me to get them on dates. I mean, I've got people asking me out and I can't do it. One, I've got a missus. Two, I just don't want to. And for that reason, it's the paradox, really. It's like when you don't want it, it just comes flying on. My girlfriend's been extra flirty, oh, I want you, I want this. And I'm like, babe, right now, focus on other shit. She goes, well, when are we going to be able to do it? And I'm like, look, I want to manifest shit, right? I want to keep that energy in my body. I don't want to release that energy, be drained, and lose it. Right now, my friend put it this way: I feel like God, because I get to choose when I create. And now I'm using that creative energy, those creative juices, and funneling it into making content like this, making Instagram videos, trying something a bit different, whiteboarding from the villa, chatting shit to camera like this, and hoping that it lands. And that's what I always wanted to do and always have been doing when I had this sense of play. The exploration of play means that I have no fear of getting things wrong. And what did that always mean in the past? If I got things wrong, it meant that I didn't get female attention. I was the funniest, most creative, most joyful, happiest boy when I was younger, before I ever understood what it meant to be attracted to women and try and get females to give me validation and to accept me and love me. And so for the last 25 years of my life, I'm 36 soon, I've been under this spell of I can't be myself, because I can't be myself, because if I am myself, girls ain't gonna like me, because they will think I'm gay or stupid or an idiot, or they'll get the ick, or they'll think I'm not attractive because I love Lord of the Rings, or I'm nerdy and I like heavy metal music and I have long hair, blah blah blah. And that's been like ever since I was like hit puberty. The whole of my life has been about trying to feel this want this validation of girls. I didn't have girlfriends in school, and I thought there was something wrong with me, and probably there is, who knows. But on top of that, all of the things that I love to do that made me feel wholesome, made me feel whole, things that made me feel good, things that would have been, if I'd have kept to doing YouTube in 2005, I'd have a 20-year YouTube career and would have tried and tested, and who knows what would have happened. So doing all of that fun stuff without the need of validation of women as a kid, all of that is now coming back, because I'm no longer needing the sex. I'm no longer needing that validation. I no longer want that attention from women. I don't want that. I want to be free, fun, happy. And if that means that that doesn't get me sex for a bit, that's completely fine. But there is no lack of attention when you do this, because I'm training harder. I'm transmuting the energy. So this is the next thing that I'm doing, is that as soon as I feel that sexual energy in my body, so this is me, I get that sexual urge around this area of my body. What I do is I start to activate here, the perineum, and I squeeze it, and I breathe into it, and I get that, and I go, and I breathe it in, up through the belly, up the spine. Sometimes I'll hold it here, I'll get it to the heart, and I'll keep breathing until I reach the heart, and that energy's now in the body, and I'm breathing into my heart. I'm letting it radiate, and then my whole body just feels like whatever sexual urge, sexual feeling, sexual thought that I just had is now focused in the body, which can now be expressed freely by doing videos, going and singing, going and making new friends, writing, all of the stuff that I do as a creative outlet, reading poetry, reading aloud, not feeling that fear of judgment, because now the judgment's gone, because the judgment was because I didn't want to be outcast from the tribe. Now I don't care, because the tribe wouldn't make me safe anyway, because I don't need the tribe. I'm on my own, I've got friends. So that gets breathed up into the body. Now, one thing that did happen, which I have to be honest about, is I actually, 2 nights ago, there was a day where, extra horny, extra sexual energy in the body that day. I had a few interactions with my girlfriend that got a bit steamy, and there were just a lot of really beautiful beings around in town. So there was this urge in me, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I got a bit jittery, and I was a bit like, oh, what do I do with this energy? So I went to bed on it, I went to sleep, and in the middle of the night I woke up and had a wet dream. I don't have a clue what I was dreaming about. I don't know if I completed a full ejaculation. I don't know whether this was a full release. But what I do know is that I woke up, it was sticky, and I was like, shit, I haven't had this since I was 14 or 15 years old. It's been a long time since this happened. So the energy's back. And I will say, for about the first week was fine, and then the second and third week I started to feel no sexual desire at all. I flatlined. I was worried because I didn't even feel any feeling in this area of my groin whatsoever. I was quite shocked, because I'm a very sexual person, so to not feel anything and to just completely shut it off entirely, and then to be actually off-put by anything that was sexual or attractive or beautiful. And God bless my girlfriend. Who knows what she thinks when I do this, but it's what it does for me is it allows me to relinquish control. Now, at the end of the day, I'll get to the point of all of this. There has been, for the last few years, all of this energy built up inside me where I want change. I want things to happen. I want stuff to start to manifest into my life, things to come to fruition. And for the most part, if I'm having a lot of sex, it doesn't happen. I get too caught up in the pleasure of it. And I got a running joke with my friend that every time I have sex that is not aligned, I then up making a blood sacrifice by stumping my toe, hitting my foot on something, cutting my knee. There's always something that comes into play where I'm not fully focused or locked in, and I'm being distracted, which means I'm not looking where I'm going, I'm not being mindful of where I'm going, so I start hitting my feet. And that is a sign that things aren't going the right way for you. So what I've done is, by allowing myself to bring myself back into my body, every time I get that sexual urge and then I'm distracted again, I start hitting my toes. So I bring it back, I start to breathe, I start to calm down, I start to regulate myself, I start to get into the semi-supine position, do my voice exercises, get on the guitar, do the things that make me feel good, do the things that make me feel grounded, regulated, so that I'm no longer aimlessly walking out the front door. I'm actually being intentional with what I do. So I'm not willy-nilly speaking to every single person. I'm intentional. I want to see the people I want to see. I want to speak to the people I know I want to speak to. And now with that intention as well, because there's no fear on the other side of it, I can be fully myself whilst doing it. So what this semen retention has done is allow me to reconnect to myself, which makes decision making easier because I'm tied to my values again. I'm tied to the things that make me me. I'm no longer forgetting who I am. I can't be lost, because that would mean I wouldn't know who I was. But I'm there, right there and then. And that takes a lot of energy and a lot of, not suppression, but stopping those urges from taking over your entire body and your mind, and bringing it back to the real things that matter. So bringing it into the heart, bringing it back to love, bringing it to the solar plexus, bringing it to power, bringing it to the guts, bringing it to the fears and the truths that you want to say out loud. bringing it to the throat, unblocking, letting it be free. And then grounding yourself through that, through the breath, breathing through that sexual energy. So this is how and where I'm at currently on day 28. This is my record. As of tomorrow, it will be beyond my record, so I will keep you posted on how it goes. But you can tell I'm more resonant, I'm more clear, more grounded, have more clarity. So it's great for the voice, it's great for the body, great for the mind, great to get shit done in your life. Stop pissing around and trying to shoot in every direction when you can bring it back to you and shoot up your spine, into yourself, into your heart, and lead with love. Peace out.